Welcome to Dating and Other Fucked Up Stories. I'm your host, Rachel Ash. Today, I'm joined by Brooke, an OG of fucked up dating here in South Florida. Welcome to the show, Brooke. How are you?
Great. How are you? What an intro.
Well, I mean, it is dating and other fucked up stories.
It sure is. And there's a lot of that. Dating and fucked up dating.
So Brooke is also a single divorced mother like myself. Her son is, how old is he now?
He's 14.
Okay, he's 14. And how's that going? How's dating going for you?
Yeah, it's going.
Just as good as me?
It's like not going. I haven't been asked out in some time. I've been back on the apps for like a few days, but I'm like on the apps and then off the apps because like, you know, you can only like scrape the bottom of the dumpster for so long before you just can't take it mentally and emotionally anymore. I think I was on for about 6 weeks and I got invited out 2 times and both ended up being like very short dates. And it was like a mutual, like the Homer Simpson, like fading into the shrubs where you both kind of like this. I didn't hate it, but I can't imagine it really going any further.
Oh, okay. All right. Do you think there's like a certain age threshold here of like they fall off after like age 32? Like it's like Catcher in the Rye. You got to catch them before they fall in to like the abyss.
I don't know. I think there's definitely a difference between men that have been married and men that haven't been married. I think.
Oh, how so?
I think that men that have been married generally, this is a generalization, don't take this as like God's written word because it's not. They have a much harder time processing that breakup. I think it takes longer and it hurts them on a deeper level. Whereas I think women get very, very hurt too. But once they're over it and past it, they're more ready to like go out there and be open. Whereas I feel like I've been paying for a lot of ex-wife's mistakes.
Well, was it that the ex-wife broke up with them or the guy broke up with them? Like who broke up with who? Because it sounds like you're dealing with a lot of brokenhearted men.
It depends. I don't know that necessarily matters. I think that men that have been cheated on, but like who hasn't been cheated on? Everybody's been cheated on.
I don't know if I've been like technically cheated. Like my ex-husband never cheated on me.
But have you been in a committed relationship where he stepped out on you and wasn't completely loyal, whether it was emotional or sexual?
You mean like with another woman, you mean?
I mean, if they're cheating on you with another man, that's a different level.
No, he didn't cheat on me with like my ex-husband didn't cheat on me with like a woman or a man. Even though like some people said, oh, well, you know, your ex-husband must have been gay, but like no, he was not. He just got remarried, but no, that's not the case.
To a woman.
To a woman.
I've met her. She's lovely.
Yeah. But all right. So Brooke, tell me what your most fucked up date has been.
The first one that comes to mind is I met up with a guy at El Camino. That used to be like my go-to spot. I told him, I think he was sober. And I told him, go sit at the bar because the people watching at El Camino at the time was like, that's why you went to El Camino. Because like the people watching, especially at the bar.
Was this 2021? Was this 2021?
It was probably 2020 or 2021. It was definitely post-COVID. His photos.
Did you get catfished?
I got catfished so hard. Like all of his, like I don't have a preference. Like if you have facial hair or no facial hair, if you look great one way or the other, great, whatever. Like I said, it's not a preference. But in all of his photos, he had facial hair and like a lot of it. And it was one of those like, we had things in common. I was already not necessarily finding him like wildly attractive, but I was like, okay, he's cute enough and like we got along.
Was he mid? Was he very mid?
just wait. He was like on the attractive side of mid, probably in his photos. And then we meet up. And so I was on my phone trying to pay for parking and the internet wasn't working. So I forget to pay for parking.
Oh no, I did that too.
Because I hear my name being called.
Okay.
And I turn around and I don't see anybody that I recognize. And then he gets right in front of me and I'm like,
tell me what?
Like, no facial hair whatsoever. Like he shaved that day.
Did he look 10?
He looked 10 and also he looked solidly 20 years older than any of his photos.
Oh no. Wait, so what age did he say he was?
He probably said he was early 40s. And I think that he probably was early to mid 40s, maybe late 40s. He also only disclosed that he had one child. And then when he sat down and started talking, he told me he had 4.
What?
And like, I don't care. Facial hair, no facial hair. Kids, no kids. Great, whatever. But like, be upfront about it. If I'm finding out on a first date after you've already kind of alluded that you only have one,
you guys
that is like, okay, for like, you look nothing like your photos.
Yeah.
On like no facial hair, and you look so much older and still not even remotely as attractive as you were in your photos. And you have 4 kids, not just one. Like there's so many implications with kids, but then multiple kids. Like I have one. Like I've got 2 hands. I can like take care of my one, you know? But like 4, like between the 2 of us, my kid plus his kids, like we're already missing a hand.
Wait, so he lied about his age, you think?
I don't think he lied about his age. I think he just didn't like take care of himself and he didn't age well.
Oh my gosh.
Which is like my age range now. Like I used to keep it like really tight. Like I didn't want anybody that was much more than like 2 years younger to 4, maybe 5 years older. And now I've got it up like a 10-year older and younger, just because like you never know. Like Kristen Cavallari is dating a 24-year-old and she's 37.
She doesn't look old.
She looks great. She's got 3 kids. And
does she really have 3 kids?
That's what I read.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. So did you continue with the date after seeing him in person?
Well, first of all, he didn't get there before I did. So we're like getting there at the same time-ish. And he wouldn't go to the bar with me. He sat down at a table. And we had both eaten. So that was like another thing. I was like, I don't want to sit at a table and take up a server's table. Like I've been in service industry. Like that's rude. You're taking food out of somebody else's mouth because you're not spending the money to have a whole meal. And that's what they're expecting when you're sitting at a table. And then I think I ordered a Corona and he ordered an iced tea.
An iced tea. Oh, there's a story. Okay. All right. Yep.
And then we were there for like 2 hours and I just sat there like,
Did you ask the question of why he was having an iced tea?
No, like, I don't care. Like, again, like if you're sober, that's fine. This is where I do have a preference. I don't prefer to be with somebody that's sober. I respect that you are processing through that and I support that. I have friends that are sober and I want them to do whatever it is that they need to do to be healthy and in a good mental state. But I can drink healthfully and I enjoy having a glass of wine. And I love there's something romantic and magical about having a glass of wine with your person or like going out for a drink before you go to dinner. That just like, it cuts things and like you get that like, hey.
I agree completely.
But like, I don't need to get out and like get schmasty by any stretch, but like a glass or 2 is just lovely, you know?
Yeah.
And if I can't do that with the person that I'm like most intimate with, I feel like that's something that's missing.
Yeah, that's like an intimate thing that you can't share with your partner. You have to do it alone.
Well, and I don't drink alone. I would have to do it with girlfriends. And like, yeah, drinking with girlfriends is fun. But when I drink with girlfriends, I have like, again, one, maybe two. I'm not going to go for that like third, like, yeah, we're going to like turn up just a tad.
Wait, okay. So this was your most fucked up date? Because I have heard some crazy dates from you.
Probably more fucked up dates.
Like
but
one
really,
and done.
It's really been the relationships that have been more fucked up. And by relationship, I mean something that's gone past like 2 or 3 dates.
Yeah.
I guess that probably needs to be like quantified. What is a relationship?
I think when each of you decide, hey, we're going to make this exclusive, that's an actual relationship.
But if it only lasts 3 weeks, is that really a relationship?
Were you guys exclusive or are you just dating?
Yeah. It was like boyfriend, girlfriend. I got an I love you within the first week.
Well, that's not...
Yeah, that's love bombing.
Yeah.
And not... It's a lot of things.
A lot of things.
It's a giant red flag. He was like very freshly out of like a 10-year relationship. And he was freshly out of a 10-year relationship.
Okay, so what was his deal? Like, what was so fucked up about this guy, though?
Well, like I said, we met up at the beach, and it was a great time. And we ended up hanging out longer than we had originally anticipated, and we planned something. We planned a next hangout as we were still hanging out. He lived very far away.
Where's far?
He lived in the Gables.
Oh, wow. That's like an hour and a half with traffic these days.
It is, because I just was down there this past weekend. It was an hour and a half of traffic. It was absolutely miserable. It made the fun thing that I was doing not as fun. There's just something about traffic that's a little bit soul-sucking.
Okay, so what was the red flag there?
He, end of day, had a lot of red flags, and I don't think he's ever gonna like hear this. He's since married and had kids, I'm sure. I didn't do any. Well, anyway. Probably the first red flag, and just not knowing, is that he was a first responder.
Oh, that is exactly what I was going to ask you about. Like, I recently saw a reel that you shouldn't be dating anybody like who wears a uniform, or like the P's, you know, like police officer, paramedics, right?
Pilots.
Oh, that's a big one. Pilots is a big one.
Pilot's daughter. Yeah, I've dated.
Tell me about the P's.
I've dated a paramedic. And by dated, I mean I went out with a couple times, but this not an exclusive relationship. I was engaged to a police officer, and that was bad. It was very, very bad. And it wasn't bad for just the time that we were together. Like, it ended up, we broke up probably 6 years ago. And then there was an apology, only to find out that when I got the apology, he was married, and I didn't know that he was married.
Wait,
and it went from getting an apology for like very specific things that he did in the relationship to then sending photos that he shouldn't have been sending. And I was like, I thought I was getting an apology, and now this is getting flirty. And I was like uncomfortable, and I didn't really respond to the photos. I was like, no, thank you.
Wait, he was married at the time that he was apologizing to you? Wait, how soon after did he get married to this girl after breaking up with you?
That's going to take some math.
Was it like a year? Was it 6 months?
It was probably 2 or 3 years after we broke up, he got married again. And that was his third marriage.
So he was married.
He bought 4 engagement rings because he was married. He was married again. He was engaged to me. And now he's married again.
Wow, he's really committed to just that engagement portion of it, but he doesn't actually stay married to that person.
No.
He likes engagements.
His first marriage was I think his first marriage was 6 years, and that's around the same time. I think we had like kind of gotten married at the same time and gotten divorced around the same time. But then he kind of rebound married. And then this is my my kryptonite, or what seems to be a heavy recurring theme, is men that aren't quite divorced yet. They're in the proceedings. They're no longer with their person. I'm not a homewrecker. They've actively separated. They're not living together anymore. They're fighting and screaming at each other and trying to figure out finances. And they've filed or they're about to file.
So you're kind of catching them pre-market before they go on the market officially.
Yes, pre-market, but they're on the app.
I mean, it's a good strategy to get them pre-market, but like
it's not.
It comes with all the baggage.
Worst.
It's
well,
like,
you know what they say about like, if you're in a bad relationship, you're a step behind being single. Like if you're single, you're still open to like good possibilities. But if you're in a relationship that's bad, you have to get out of that and get healed before you can see the positive possibilities that are out there.
right.
But you have to get out first. And I'm with people that aren't even fully out and they haven't. I think the dudes really need like 2 years to figure it out, whether that's some sort of like introspective self-healing or whatever. Or really, it seems like most guys need to fuck around. They need to like
sow their oats.
They need to like revenge whatever they think their ex-wife did to them.
So
and like I don't support that. I don't think that that's a good, healthy thing, but that's what it seems they need to do before they're like, okay, I'm ready to like treat another female human like a human rather than somebody that I swiped on and she got delivered by the Amazon dating store.
Next day delivery.
There she is. Yeah, it is. It's like, you know.
We're like a step above bots, right?
Yeah.
Next it's gonna be bots, like where you could swipe and AI delivers you a robot to fuck. I mean, hey.
That's gross. No, thank you. That's not like sex is sex.
Yeah.
Sex is boring if it's not an intimate what's the word? Sometimes I feel like English isn't my first language. I get lost. I'm like, I need to find it.
Brookisms.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. If it's not a bonding experience, what are you doing?
Like it's just physical.
I have a vibrator. I don't use it very often because it's not like, yeah, it feels good. But is it giving me that like warm, fuzzy, like somebody cares about me feeling? No.
Right. And maybe that's like the difference between men and women, right? You know, men can just have sex with a bunch of women. It doesn't really mean anything to them. But like for women, when we have sex, it's like, it's a bonding experience. Yeah. It's completely different. It's not all men. It's not all women. But, you know, generally like men and women, they consider sex differently.
Absolutely. That and like I've definitely like, they know what to say. And like if you want to hear something, like I've heard it multiple times, and not like once or twice, but like so many times now that like if another human being says, you are everything and more than I've ever hoped or dreamed or prayed for, and where have you been for the past 10 years, or where were you right before I married that bitch, or like things like that. I've heard it so many times and I'm like, surely he wouldn't say that to me if he didn't mean it. He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it. It's a tactic for sure.
What's it a tactic for?
To get laid.
Seriously?
Yeah, because it doesn't go much past that. That's another thing. Like, I will, if I feel like a dating situation is going in like a relationship route, I fart in front of them as soon as possible. In high school, like my first relationship, I felt sick almost the entire time we dated because I was holding all these farts in and my stomach hurt so bad. And you hold in a fart long enough, you get fartstapated. And then you can't fart 2 hours later. And you're miserable because you've been miserable trying to hold it in. And then you finally, like, you get home and you relax and you're like, it's still in there.
What? Wait, hold up. So wait, is this not about the men? Is this really about like you
No, this is about
in front of
No, it's not like
is that why they run?
It's not a first date thing. No, they're not. If they're running because I fart, then like, hi, this is a real human female body. It does all the same things that your disgusting male body does. You poop, you fart, you pee, you vomit. Like, things happen. Like, I'm a mom. I'm a boy mom. I've cleaned up all the things. I've worked at restaurants and like I've actually had to go digging through the garbage, like literally for things here and there. But yeah, if you cannot deal with me farting and like having a menstrual cycle, like these are real things. They're not going to go away. They're reality. And you have to be comfortable with it because I'm going to be comfortable with it because I don't want to spend time with someone that's going to shame me
Hold up a second.
my uterus.
Hold on, Brooke. I have to stop you for a second. Because I want to just like, I'm visualizing this. I'm visualizing this and I have to share this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you have these men who clearly fall in love with you immediately. They're like, oh, baby, I can't live without you. Where have you been all of my life? And then you just let one rip right after they say you are like the girl of my dreams.
No, obviously not. No.
Like, that's what it sounds like. They're like, oh, shit, she actually
tricked me into sleeping with you and we stay the night. By the next morning, I'm probably definitely ripping one.
But like
whether it's on purpose or an accident, and whether they're awake or not awake.
You'll wake them up with that.
I was in a longer term relationship. And he told me that my fart woke him up in the middle of the night, and he said it was so loud that he couldn't fathom that I had slept through it. And he looked, what the I thought it was a clown coming out. I'm like, this is going downhill. You want a balloon?
You have
want to
brooms falling over.
Seriously, I thought it was a clown.
I know exactly what I'm going to ask you next.
Okay, like
I know the next 5 questions.
Do you want to write them down?
No, I don't need to. They're all here in my whiskey brain.
Yeah, the two of you get the like creepy, like, I want to be the most tattooed doctor on the face of the planet. Why?
Ew.
Why is that a goal?
No,
like the doctor goal? Cool. Most tattooed doctor? Like, how far up can you go before like they're not going to hire you as a doctor? What are the standards for that? Like, I don't mind a doctor being tatted up. That I don't think that's a indicator of their. I'm starting to rethink that. So sometimes you just gotta verbally like process your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm happy to do that for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay.
Next.
So how is it dating as a single mom? Because you have a son. Do you think that is an issue with dating here in South Florida?
I don't think that it's a South Florida thing necessarily. I think it's just like a 2024 culture thing. I've dated foreign guys that are like freshly here. I've dated guys from multiple different states. And I don't think it's necessarily been a problem up front or early on in a relationship. But I do feel like women having children and dating is seen differently than men. Like men are like, I've got a kid and like, you have to accept this and my kids come first. And they're kind of aggressive with it, even in their profile. And I don't look at girls' profiles, so maybe girls are being really bitchy about their kids too. I think you have to have balance. Like my child is my priority, like 100%. And he will be until I get into a relationship that's probably an engagement. And then it has to switch. Like in my marriage, if my kid had been a higher priority than my husband, it was never going to work. It didn't work for a million other reasons, but like going into what I want, which is a marriage, like nothing can be more important than your other person.
Right.
Not your kids, not your job, not your hobby. The only thing that can be more important, in my opinion, in my experience, is your relationship with God. That you have to be like connected to your source first to be your best self, to be your best self for your person. And if that's like a core value, I think that's something that you need to share with your person also. I know that people of interfaith relationships can make it work, but I think that they're the outliers. I don't think it's a standard. I think that you should be looking for somebody that has core values and core beliefs the same as you.
Yeah. So if you're looking for somebody religious, maybe look at church. You're not going to like go to a bar trying to find your person necessarily.
No, I don't feel like I get approached at bars though either. Like if I'm out with girlfriends, I'm open to being approached. I'm never like, ew, don't talk to me. I'm here to like dance around my purse with my girlfriends. Do you remember that? Was that Chris D'Elia? Was that who that comedian was?
I think so. But I think whenever, in general, when all of us as a group of girls go out to a bar, it doesn't matter what our age is. It could be like early 20s to 40s or something like that. I don't see men really approaching women at all at bars.
The only place I can clearly remember someone, excuse me, cute, burps and farts, pretty girl. Nashville.
Oh, Nashville.
I was in Nashville for my sister's bachelorette, and like guys weren't being creepy and they weren't being forward, but they were just being like, hey, you're here for a bachelorette party. Let me buy you around. And it was nice and it was friendly. Mm-hmm. It would have been nice. And you know what? That's a story. So we were there for my sister's bachelorette party and it was the last night. And some of the girls were in relationships and some of the girls were married. And there was actually a pregnant girl on her bachelorette party. There was a lot of girls.
That is like the bachelorette and bachelor capital of like the entire country, maybe like world. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Nash Vegas.
Nash Vegas.
Like, what happens in Nash Vegas stays in Nash Vegas. Okay, whatever. It's fun. It was a good time. Yeah. It's very stereotypical. And I think the leave those Broadway girls alone is probably like a true thing. Like, you know, they're there on vacation. You could meet a girl on vacation, but you're going to have like, just long distance is going to be effort. Well, most men can't. Seemingly, most men can't put in the effort to go in a long-term relationship, no less get to the engagement and the marriage part.
Yeah, and it's like the same thing down here in Fort Lauderdale. It's like whenever you match with, it's like, oh my gosh, this guy is amazing, and then you find out
they're
in town for a conference, and then they want you to be like tour guide Brooke and tour guide Rachel and show them around town for free. They're not even paying you. They're not even giving you a tip to be the tour guide. You're just like, there, let me just go like pick you up in my car and show you around town.
No, they want me to be their Uber.
Yes.
They want a free Uber and they want to, Mm-hmm.
An Uber and a ride afterward too.
Yeah, no.
2 rides.
Nope. Ugh, rude. No. I'm on a celibate journey. Like, leave me alone. I don't need it. I want it. Like, this works. And I want to have sex, but I don't want to have sex with somebody that doesn't give a shit about me.
Yeah, it's not really enjoyable.
No, it's not, because it's not going anywhere. If it's not going somewhere and it's not, again, like I said, if it's not a bonding experience, then it's fake and it's cheap.
Yeah.
And it's yucky. And it doesn't leave you feeling good afterward. It leaves you feeling like, shit, should I have done that? Like, I shouldn't have done that. No. And generally, it wasn't even that fun anyway.
Right, where it wasn't even good, you know? It's like you didn't even get off. Like, he didn't even try to get you off, but you just kind of like went through the motions.
Guys, like, can you please, like, care about that? Like,
But some guys, they try to get you off. Like, they'll go down on you, right? And it's like they don't even know what they're doing.
Oh my
it's
gosh. Like the conversation is like, I'm not one that's going to give like any sort of like guidance. I'm going to like, if you're doing the right thing, I'm like, okay, yeah, keep doing that. But there's no like magic button kind of a thing in my experience. There's not the one thing that works every time. It's like, it's different with everybody. So I'm like, I don't know, like figure it out.
Yeah. For me, I mean, I'm going to overshare, but I don't even care. There was like only one guy who really knew what he was doing down there, and he would get me off every single time. But the kicker was like, he was like fantastic at giving oral. Okay. Like amazing. Like, I don't even know how he should literally write a book on it. Like, that's how good it was. Okay.
Is that something you can quantify in like a step-by-step guidebook?
I think he could. He was that good. Like every time. The kicker, you want to know what the kicker was?
Do I want to know?
Okay. The kicker was he couldn't actually have sex.
Oh, okay.
He had made himself so good at giving oral that he like could not.
Maybe that was his like coping mechanism.
Maybe like getting off his partner. Because I would be like, hey, baby, I'd be like, hey, baby, put it in.
Need a little pee in the vein.
I'm like, hey, baby, yeah, can you put it in now? And he's like, I'm sorry, like my head is just not right. Like I can't get it up. And I'm like, oh no. So then I'm like instantly turned off. I'm like, so basically I think he just had erectile dysfunction, but he was like damn good at that one thing.
What do we think causes that?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a man, but there's several different things.
You don't have to be a man. This is science.
Right. I think it depends on each person. I think it could be physical. It could be like a physical thing with the man, or it can be emotionally driven for whatever reason. Like he's in his head. He can't get out of his head. He can't get it hard, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a man. We should ask a man next time.
Men, do we want to weigh in? I guess if you've never had that problem, then you'd have nothing to weigh in on.
Yeah, so we got to like specifically target men who have erectile dysfunction, who actually want to come out and say.
What man is going to come out and be like, you know what? The reason why is that I've always just been so selfish. That 2-pump chump. I don't think anybody's going to like admit to that. Who's that guy? Who's the... that's like the super red pill guy.
Red pill guy?
Yeah, he's bald and he's like he's foreign and he was an MMA fighter. Come on, somebody here's got to know.
Wait, are you talking about Andrew Tate?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that guy. Why are we talking about Andrew? We don't want to give him any kind of air here.
No, but what I'm saying is like, do you think that someone like him is like a superb lover and like...
Oh, absolutely not. He probably can't get it up.
Well, surely he can, because he like his whole platform is seemingly like getting laid. So if he wants to get laid, he's getting it up.
No, but listen, the people who are talking about getting laid the most are the people not getting laid and are very unsatisfied.
That is a good thought.
Yeah. And another thing is like, I have a guy friend of mine and he'll just like go over the top talking about how he laid this chicken, that chicken, this chicken. And just like, meanwhile, his ex says he never had sex with her when they were together. So I'm just like, what's the truth here? I just feel like when men, it's not like that for women, but with men, when men talk about sex so much, I fucked her and I fucked that one and this one, most of the time they didn't fuck anybody. Like at all.
That or they only did it one time because girl didn't want to relive the experience again because it was so bad the first time.
Probably.
Most likely.
That leads me into my next question. Okay, so you're a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Has your son ever walked in on you guys having sex? Like you and a partner having sex?
No.
Never, ever?
Never.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
First of all, like my relationships have been so like spread out and like, no, that absolutely not.
I'm so thankful that I've never walked in on my parents either. I would be like mortified, right?
You know what? This is a really good story, actually. This is a story that like my parents tell, and I don't know if it had to have been. We moved in with my grandparents in Oklahoma when I was really young. And apparently I ran upstairs while my grandparents were doing the deed.
Wait, what? How old were they?
They were my grandparents. So
80s?
No, they were not. They're in their 80s now.
Oh, okay.
So they were probably late 40s, early 50s. My grandparents are young. Like,
okay, damn, Grandma.
I'm 38 and my grandma is currently 84 and my grandpa's about to turn 90. And my parents are pretty young too. So we were all early 20s when we had our kids. My grandparents, my parents, and then I had Colin when I was 20.
Wait, so you walked in on them?
I walked in on my grandparents and my parents didn't know because I had just darted upstairs and like sitting at the door going and I think my dad had like been like, what's going, oh no, and like pulls the door shut and is like, let's go.
No, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
But like, that's so great. Like, I love that my grandparents like were the age that they were and still having like a healthy sex life. That's amazing. That like, is that not the goal? Is to still like each other that far down. They got married when my grandma was 16 and my grandpa was 20.
Wait, 16? Wow.
Yeah, this is way back. Like,
yeah.
You know, they were forever ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 90.
Wow. That is.
Yeah, they were doing that back then.
Can you imagine like when you were 16 getting married to somebody? When we were younger, we'd be watching these Disney movies and we'd be like, you know, I think Ariel was like 15 or 16 when she got married in the movies, right? Something like that. I just remember thinking, oh, when I'm 16, I'm going to get married. But then you turn 16 and you're like, whoa.
I can't even hardly keep the car in the lane.
Right?
Going over curbs.
Okay. I have to ask you this question. Do you get sent unsolicited dick pics?
I'm trying to think of like the last one I got. I definitely got one. No. A girlfriend sent me one that she got sent in high school.
Don't you love that?
Why are you, like, you weren't enjoying yourself looking at this. Why are you sending it to me?
Don't you love that when you get these unsolicited dick pics? You know what I do? Like, I save them. Like,
ew.
I know. I put them.
We have a library of dick pics?
Listen. Okay. Listen, it happens. Okay. So I save the dick pics that are unsolicited. I put it in an album. All right. So when I have some unhinged man from, from Bumble or something like that,
Tinder.
or Tinder. Yeah. When they text me, like when I give them my number and then they text me an unsolicited dick pic,
you just send
I'll send them one back.
That's not bad.
And then block them.
Yeah. I got the last one that I remember getting, I think was probably in 2020. And he was naked in his bathroom. Oh my gosh. I started carrying in 2020. Like, I finally bought myself a weapon.
After the dick pic?
I had gotten it just before this date, and I think this was the date that I started carrying it on, and I was so glad that I had it because this guy was so unhinged. Like, it was 2020, so I was going on, like, driving dates or, like, let's meet at the beach and go for a walk dates or, like, let's go for ice cream. Like, sorry, that's just so, like, it's so cute. Anyway, so met up with this guy, picked him up in my car. I don't think he had a car, probably because he had some sort of substance abuse issue. And I don't, like, now that I'm telling the story, you're going to have to, like, cut all this out because it's not a funny story. But, like, I felt threatened. He was very creepy. and it was not fun. And like, as soon as he got in the car, I'm like, you're dirty. You look like you've got like burn marks down your arm from like cigarettes, and like you're very unkempt. And like, I just like had it like down my thing. I'm like, Jesus, please help me. Don't make me die.
Oh no.
It was awful. But yeah, I don't necessarily carry on every date.
Just on the ones that may be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Craziest place you've had sex with a partner. Craziest place.
I don't think that anything I've done has been crazy. I keep it pretty, like, tame.
Just in one place, just the bedroom?
Mm-hmm. I'm pleading the fifth on this one. We're not going there.
Not even the beach? Never the beach?
Do you really want to get sand up in your hoo-ha, girl?
You can put blankets down.
You can put them down, and regardless, there's going to be sand all over that blanket. Have you ever had sex on the beach?
Maybe I should plead the fifth.
All right.
Oh, yes. No. Not only have I had...
No.
So I'll share. Okay. Not only have I had sex on the beach, but... Okay, it was 20...
better than the drink? Okay, yeah.
I mean,
yeah, the sand.
It was 2020. Like you said, it was like, of course it's 2020, right?
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Met this guy. We went. It was maybe like third or fourth date or something like that. It was up in like Boca del. I think it was Boca. It was Boca. All right. And we went to the beach. We were hanging out. It was very late. It was late at night. So we had dinner, and it was late at night. It was sometime in the summertime. I don't remember if it was like June or July.
2020 was doing its hardest thing.
So I had a yoga mat. I had a yoga mat. And so me and this guy started getting intimate. And then we noticed that there's like people walking on the beach with like flashlights. Okay. We thought we were the only people out there. Okay.
They were looking for sea turtles.
They were looking for sea turtles. Okay. They were looking for sea turtles or eggs or something. They were looking for sea turtles. Okay. So like here we are.
Everybody was looking for eggs. It was like an Easter egg hunt.
So like me and this guy we're getting kind of intimate and we're getting into it. Like my pants are completely off, right? We're getting into it. And then like there was something next to us, and he was like, "Oh, what is that? Is that?" I'm like, "No, just shut up, keep fucking me." Basically, like keep going, just like keep going. And I thought it was like just a rock or something like that, and then these guys, we see like a group of like 3 guys, and they're just like walking on the beach, and they start like heading over to us. And I'm like, why are they heading over to us? And the guy, he like literally gets in front of me, and I like grab my pants. I'm like putting it in front of me, and I'm acting like, we weren't just doing something, because they came over and they're like, hey, how you guys doing? And I'm like, they started talking to us. And then one guy in the back, he's like, hey, yo, like maybe we should go. Because like he got the idea of what was transpiring there, right? He knew what was going on. And then
I'd like to tell you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Right. And then it turned. So the reason they came over is because it turns out what was next to us was not a rock. It was literally a sea turtle laying eggs right next to us. And I mean, I got it on camera and everything. Where I got it on video where the sea turtle laid the eggs and then started like going back to the ocean, like going back into the ocean. It was like stormy out, and it started to storm a little bit, and I was just like taping this turtle, and it was
just the turtle.
Incredible.
Were you just taping the turtle, or did you tape your experience too?
I'm not saying
the fifth.
I'm pleading the fifth, but like it was amazing that we got like such an up close and personal like
experience with the turtle.
And we didn't even, like people are like out there searching with their flashlights. Here we are, like we like put our yoga mat and we started like getting it on right next to a sea turtle laying eggs. Like we didn't even realize the turtle didn't even like really move when we were there, like we realized it after the fact. We realized after the fact, but it was just like, so that was my crazy. I don't know if you had like a crazy sexual experience.
No, I've seen a turtle poop her eggs out on the beach, but I definitely was not doing it. It was like right outside the elbow room, and I was with a guy that we had already broken up. I don't even know why we were still hanging out.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of those chain jerking things where he's like, I want to be with you, but I hate your guts, but I don't know why. But like, we're just not meant to be together. I just can't do this anymore. But why? I don't know.
So what is your advice to, I mean, you're an OG of dating here in South Florida. So what's your advice to other single moms out there dating who are coming on the scene and, they want some, insight into the dating world here?
Oh, there's just so many things. Like if you're going to do the apps, you have to be so discerning and you have to it takes experience to kind of know like what's going on. Because once you match with somebody, like you don't necessarily get it's like so many steps. It's like you're swiping, you're matching, you're starting a conversation and whether the conversation goes anywhere or not. And then it goes somewhere and like you get off app and you start texting and then they finally are like, okay, like, do you want to maybe get together? And like, first, like be patient. Don't be in a rush. Because if you rush it, you're gonna get trash. You're gonna get trash anyway. But the more rushed you are, the trashier it's gonna be. Don't drink on a first date. Do not drink on a first date. Don't even go out at night on a first date. Keep it a lunch or a coffee, or if it's dark out and it's a first date, you're already like setting yourself up for things to potentially go not well for you.
Yeah.
If all you want is to get laid, go for it. Get wasted, but like,
yeah, like if
what's the quality of the experience going to be if you're wasted? That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that my biggest like advice for even if you're a seasoned dater, first date shouldn't be at night. Don't let it be dinner. And obviously, like, don't let people know where you live. Don't let them pick you up.
Oh, that's
guys. Don't. It's still really cute when guys are like inexperienced enough to offer to pick me up on a first date. I'm like, that's adorable, but it's 2024 and I don't know you. I don't want you knowing where I live until I have like felt comfortable in your presence.
Yeah, and they get weird about it because they're just like, oh, don't you want me to pick you up? I'm like, please don't. I don't want you to know where I live, even though I've got a doorman. Please don't. Just don't.
Yeah, no. I don't even really want people to know like what part of town I live in. I live somewhere.
So when you, so your profile on the dating apps. Well, first of all, which apps are you on?
Currently, Hinge, which I've had very little positive experience with.
They're always short, right? The Hinge guys are always super short for some reason.
I get a lot of men that aren't my type because on Hinge they can like match with you or show interest first, so they can like they show up.
Yeah, they like you.
Hey,
they write a comment.
Yeah. And I'm almost always like, oh my God. Wow. No. Ooh. I mean, the
like, in what world did you think that we were an actual match here?
Right? Yeah. Like, you are my dad's age.
Oh, no.
And
stop.
Your profile picture is like a BDSM, like, lair. No.
Oh,
No. Upward, which is supposed to be a Christian dating app. Again, not very good results. Right Stuff, which is a conservative dating app. Now, what I'm going to say about Right Stuff is if you're on that app and you are not open to being in a long distance relationship, you are completely wasting your time.
Why? Is it because it's liberal down here in some areas?
It's still so new. It's only been around for maybe 3 years. So it hasn't like gotten a ton of traction. I have to put my radius at 300 miles to get more than like 20 people to look at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But then there's probably thousands of people to look at, but they're in California or Washington or Indiana or Michigan. And like, wow, you're beautiful. But they think that like we're at the age that we are.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I would love to find somebody that's 15 minutes away. That would be great. But I haven't met my person yet that's within 15 minutes. What makes me think I'm going to? Why does that have to be a non-negotiable? Like, be open. I've traveled to go on a first date. I've had men travel to me for a first date. None of it's worked out, but it's not necessarily because of the distance. Like,
right.
I was willing to put in the time and the effort and the money and the time off of work to go on that date, and it just didn't end up being a match. I'm willing to put in effort and time and invest. Like, this is a relationship. This is something that you're going to hopefully be with them long term and hopefully the rest of your life. You really want to like not invest in that. You're going to go cheap on your life. Like, this is just your life.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
Right. Do you find that having a son kind of just like limits you to who you can date? Like the men, like, do you find that men don't want to date women who have a child?
I mean, I clearly, like, we've been talking for an hour and I've been out on an ungodly amount of dates. So I don't think it's necessarily completely limiting. Do they want to be in a relationship with a woman that has a child? Yeah, I mean, I've had relationships. And like I said, I was engaged and he was, willing to take on my child. And I've dated people, like I've had, I think this just didn't work out for one reason or another. And they were lovely and wonderful to my child, with my child. And it usually was distance that made it not work out. Because like I am stuck here. My child custody agreement, I have to stay within 50 miles of like where we originated. And that's just like, standard Florida issue. But like it's gotta, you have to know what you want. And if a guy doesn't want kids, then we're not a match.
Exactly.
So that would be my another advice for the women is like actually read their profile. Like listen to what a man says. He's generally going to accidentally tell you the truth. Like he doesn't want kids. It says it on his profile. He does not want kids. If you want kids, why would you swipe right on a guy that says he has kids already? He doesn't want more. I don't swipe right on those guys on purpose. Sometimes I accidentally do it. I'm like, you were everything I wanted, except you don't want kids. And like, I don't even want to go out with you because I don't want to convince you down the line. I don't want to get attached to somebody that doesn't want what I want.
Yeah.
So know what you want. If you want to date, you want to get married, you want to have kids, find somebody that wants those things. If you want to fuck around, find somebody that, is looking for something casual.
Yeah. It's really interesting because I'll match with men. Like just, this is my experience. Like I'll match with men. It says they do want children. They do want to get married. They want a long-term relationship. And then I'll be like, well, I have a son. Like we'll have like this great conversation. It's going really, really well. And I'll be like, I do have a 7-year-old son, just to let you know. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's a deal breaker. I'm just like, wait, but you just told me that you want children, you want to get married. He's like, yeah, I want kids. I want my own kids. I don't want your kids. And I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Don't you know that they're going to be partially mine when they're ours? Like, what's wrong with...
He meant, like, I don't want your child that you have with another man.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like, I'm tainted or something.
That's gross. But do you want to be with somebody that says something like that?
I'm glad he said it in the beginning. Yeah. So I'm just like, I never want to see you.
You're gross. Like you're gross. That's such a yucky, gross thing to say.
It is.
But like, if that's what you want, then like you are entitled to that prerogative.
Yeah. And he was like, no offense, I was like, but I'm very offended by that. I'm like, no offense. I'm like, what?
Don't be offended. They're telling you what they want.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get that. They'll be like, oh, you have a son. Okay, well, I'll have sex with you, but it'll only be sex, like no relationship. I'm like, ew, I'm not even going near you. Are you kidding me?
No.
Gross.
Very. I'm sorry. That's yucky.
Yeah, I don't know if you've experienced that at all. Like where they just want to like hit it and run. They're like, they want the MILF experience, the MILF experience.
That like their profile says everything that I want it to say, and then you start having like good conversation, then it goes straight into like they want to have like a hardcore like porn conversation with you, and I'm like, I mean, I want to know that like you want to have a healthy sex life in general, but like you haven't even asked for my number yet, and you want to like tell me the dirty things that you think you want to do to me. Like, you haven't even seen me in person. Maybe I'm yucky and you wouldn't even want to like hang out with me past a 30-minute coffee date.
Yeah, I matched with one guy. This is during pandemic, right?
In 2020.
And he let in with something to the effect of like we matched, you know, we matched, and he's like, did you read my profile? And I'm like, oh no, what does that mean? Like when a guy says like, did you read my profile? I went to his profile, and his profile was saying, looking for a girl who can handle a 10-inch dick. And so I was like, whoa, that's a lot right there. That's a lot right there.
That is like,
that's so.
Where do you put it?
So he was,
and not like, you know, in a sexual experience, like, how does he wear his pants?
I don't know. So, like, at that point, I was just like, what? I'm fascinated that he actually went out of the way to put it in his profile. So I messaged him, and I'm just like, I was like, I did read your message, and I did read your profile, and why did you say that? He's like, you know, he's like, I was fucking a girl like a few weeks ago, and it didn't go all the way in, and it's just like so upsetting. I want to find a girl who can like take all of it. And I'm just like, what? What?
I said, bend it in half.
I mean, you could, but
I don't think you can.
I was like, this guy, like, he's being for real. I was just like, no. And then, like, I never messaged him after that.
Like Tommy Lee Jones?
I don't know. I didn't message him after that, but I changed my profile. Like, and then weeks later, he's like, I can't believe you never messaged me back and you changed your profile. I saw you change your profile. I'm like, what a fucking baby. What a 10-inch baby. You know what I mean? Goodbye. Block. Yikes. Unmatched.
Yeah, no.
You really won me over with that 10-inch dick. Like, what girl wants that? I mean, I guess there's girls who do, but I mean, no, that's that's
that's
nice
a biological reality. I mean, if that's what he's actually like working with, then like there's somebody for him.
I mean, he was very like singular in that. Like, forget it. Like, he doesn't need a woman who actually can speak and speak the same language. He just wants somebody who's gonna like basically be a porn toy. He just needs he doesn't need a woman. He just needs a toy. Just go get a toy and take care of your shit. You know what I mean?
Can you like take a cast of your dick and have something like custom made for that?
Yeah, maybe he should be in porn. Maybe he's like wasting his time on the apps. You know,
porn is trash. Don't do that.
But at least you'd make money.
What? Ew.
Gross.
Very.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, thank you, Brooke, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we'll have you back on Dating and Other Fucked Up Stories.
Or maybe I'll ghost you.
You're going to ghost me now?
No.
Are you going to zombie? You're going to helicopter back in?
Oh, yuck. No. If I'm invited back, I'll come hang out.
All right. Well, until next story, this is Rachel Ash signing off.
If you enjoy this episode today, feel free to send it to a friend in need. Take a moment to write a review. I truly appreciate all of you. You all help keep this podcast alive. If you have any questions or your own fucked up story to share, feel free to slide into my DMs at Dating Podcast.